This is the Uke Revolution. I'm Brooke, and you're watching a lesson for a 4-chord slow jam of sorts. Yes. This lesson started out as a lesson for the Daft Punk song, Something About Us. The same progression can be used for the Bobby Caldwell song, What You Won't Do for Love. So I've turned it into one of these kind of slow jam lessons because it's a really cool, smooth sounding chord progression. You might like to use it for your own songwriting or for having like a jam session, but you can also use it to play this Daft Punk song and the Bobby Caldwell song. If you want to check out which song we're learning at what time of the video, there's a schedule for the lesson in the description below, so you can click on the time for that part of the lesson. Okay, so here's the Daft Punk. B flat major 7, A, D minor 7, G7. Those 4 chords in that order the whole time. The strum that I'm using is down, beat, down, beat, down, beat, down, beat, or mute, whatever you like to call that. It actually makes a beat sound, so I like to call it a beat. Down, beat, 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 down. Might not be the right one. This might not be the right time. There's something about us I want to say. There's something between us anyway. I want you more than anything in my life. I need you more than anything in my life. I miss you more than anyone in my life. I love you more than anyone in my life. You could also use basic strum 1 for this song. Down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. It's in the key of D minor 7, so if you want to end the song, we'll end on D minor 7. Some of these chord shapes might be difficult for more beginner players. If you don't like this key, this is the original Daft Punk key. If you don't like this key, if you want to choose a different key to jam in, there are some alternate keys below in the description under the video. Check it out. For the Bobby Caldwell song, we're playing the same chord progression structure, but we're playing it in a different key, so all the chords are different. These chords are simplified a little bit from the Bobby Caldwell arrangement because a lot of the chords in that song have more than 4 tones, and we only have 4 possibilities for tones in a chord on the ukulele. So we have D major 7, C sharp 7. You can play that either here on the 1st fret or here on the 4th fret. F sharp minor or F sharp minor 7. That one's hard to get to. And B7. The rhythm of the song and the speed of the chord changes is different than the Daft Punk song, so we use a different strum, rhythm, and faster chord changes. So I'm using down, up, down, up, up, 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 down, up, down, up. The last 2 ups, down, up, up. I'm releasing the squeeze on my chord hand to make that chunk or mute sound. Let's just practice that on the D major 7. Up, down, up, up, down, 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 up, down, up, up, down. Guess you wonder where I've been. Search to find the love within. And I came back to let you know. Got a thing for you, and I can't let go. If that strum's too difficult, because this is like a lot of fast changes with big chord shapes, you can just strum down. Guess you wonder where I've been. Search to find the love within. And I came back to let you know. Got a thing for you, and I can't let go. That makes it easier to practice the changes as well, so you can get that kind of in your muscle memory. I had to practice that progression a lot today before I made the lesson because it gets pretty confusing with all the different bars and where your fingers are going. So if you like the Daft Punk chord shapes, you can use that. And they're two like really different keys. Like they're pretty far apart from each other on the spectrum of chords, of keys. So you could even, if you like the Daft Punk chord shapes, you can play the Bobby Caldwell song with those chords. It's just going to be in different key. Guess you wonder where I've been. Search to find the love within. Well, I came back to let you know. Yeah, got a thing for you, and I can't let go. This is such a cool sounding progression. I would use it for an improv kind of jam or to do your own songwriting. Ooh, woke up this morning, looked up at the sky, thought everything gonna be alright, yeah. Clouds in the distance, and they say, just float on by. I lost it. Everything gonna be alright. Everything gonna be alright. Everything gonna be alright. Everything gonna be alright. You just float on by. Catch the ride up the clouds if you like. You got to float on by. Just catch a ride. Let your soul take flight. Yeah. If you like this lesson, click subscribe. If you like this video, won't you say hi in the comments below? Ask anything you like. Yeah, we're gonna get by now. Gonna get by. Hit subscribe. Join the revolution. Do what you like, just do you. See y'all next time.